This is a community-supported hypnosis channel. If you want to help us produce even more hypnosis content and get access to hundreds of exclusive recordings available nowhere else, please be sure to check out our Patreon page, link in the video description. Before listening to this recording, please make sure that you are lying down in a comfortable position. This recording is designed to take you very deep into trance. If you are listening to this recording while sitting down, there is the chance that you could slump over and fall out of your chair. It's best to prevent such a thing from happening in the first place. Also, lying down will allow you to relax your mind and body even more than you could while sitting up. So, if you need a moment to get into a comfortable position for this deep hypnotic experience, please pause the recording and do so now. All right, now that you're nice and comfortable, let's begin your descent into mindlessness. Now, the first thing about going deep into a mindless trance state is that it's not something you can force to happen. When you try to exert your own conscious will over something internal like your subconscious mind, you'll find that your efforts result in no tangible results. You can't just consciously think to yourself, I want to be mindless right now. It's something that you have to let happen. Now, you can consciously focus on my voice, and you can consciously start breathing in and out slowly and deeply. Those are things that you can control. However, to be completely mindless, you have to give up control. You have to drift and experience things. You have to let everything around you happen, and you have to let it float by your conscious mind without any effort to try to analyze anything. You're not here to think about things. You're here to drift in a deep, mindless trance state. And you'll be sure to reach that state if you follow all of my simple and clear instructions. I want you to find a spot in the room that you're in to stare at. It could be the ceiling, the wall, something else that catches your attention. All that matters is that it's a place that you can comfortably look at. And maybe, just maybe, it should be slightly above eye level. Once you find that place to look at, stop thinking about that, because you have achieved your goal and there's no need to think about anything. Once you've achieved something, you can just follow my voice on to the next instruction. Now, as you direct your gaze towards the spot that you're focusing upon, very intently, I want you to become aware of your hands, and I want you to place them at your sides. Now, next instruction, no unnecessary thoughts. I want you to imagine that your right hand is becoming lighter and lighter, as light as a feather, as light as a feather tied to a helium balloon, maybe imagining that helium balloon wrapped around your wrist, pulling upwards, because your wrist is as light as a feather, your arm is as light as a feather, and your eyelids are feeling as heavy as sandbags. It just seems that the more your right wrist wants to float upwards, the more and more your eyes want to close. Imagine this feeling growing more and more intense as I count down from 5 to 1, feeling that hand floating upwards, feeling those eyes drifting shut. 5. Let that feeling flow throughout your mind and body. 4. No thinking, just let it happen. 3. Halfway there. 2. Almost there. And 1. Just relax and let your body go loose and limp. Let that hand drop down. Close your eyes now and lift up your left hand. You may notice that your left hand feels heavy, but that's okay. While your eyes are closed, just lift up that heavy, heavy left arm of yours as high as you can, even though it feels as if there's sandbags attached to your wrist. Now, you're going to find that as I count down from 5 to 1, your left arm is going to become heavier and heavier, and as it drifts down, your eyelids start to open up. As your left hand drops down, your eyelids open up. 5. Feeling your left arm starting to drift down. 4. Feeling your heavy eyelids starting to open. 3. Letting it all happen automatically. No thinking, no thoughts. 2. Almost there. And 1. Let the left arm drop down as your eyelids snap open. What an odd sensation, just focusing on my voice and drifting now. Noticing how there's a wave of deep relaxation starting to flow down your entire body, starting at your head and working its way all the way down to your toes. Just feeling everything becoming heavy now, feeling your arms being pulled down, 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 feeling your eyelids being pulled down, 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 feeling that relaxation flowing down, 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 from your head all the way to your toes, letting it happen in 5. It's flowing all the way down your body. 4. Feeling your mind drifting deeper down. 3. Halfway there, feeling those eyelids fluttering shut. 2. No more thinking, just drifting. And 1. Sleep. Closing those eyes and dropping deep. Because whenever I snap my fingers and say sleep, that is an invitation to drift down, all the way down into a deep, mindless trance. It's only going to become more profound and more powerful every single time it happens, and you may find yourself enjoying it more and more every single time it happens, because being deeply hypnotized can be quite a lot of fun. focusing on my voice now as I count up from 1 to 3. When I reach 3, you'll open your eyes, but just for a moment, ready to drop twice as deep, twice as fast. 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes just for a moment because it feels so good to sleep, and close those eyes, drifting down, deep and mindless, mindless and deep. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes and sleep. Deep down deep, drifting all the way and letting go. Opening those eyes one last time. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Sleep. Deep, deep sleep. Drifting and letting my words carry your mind away to a place where you can experience everything that I described to you. Deep in your subconscious mind, anything is possible. Imagine, if you would for me, that you're walking down a long, familiar hallway. There are many doors on either side, but you know that you want to reach the end of this hallway. Deep down deep at the end of this hallway is where you want to be. So you consciously take a step forward down the hallway, and then another, and another, and another. But you find that as you try to walk forward, something odd is happening. The floor underneath your feet feels different, and you realize that you're not really moving any closer to your goal. You look down and you see that you're really not standing on a floor at all. You're standing on a large conveyor belt. The floor of this hallway is a conveyor belt, and it seems that as you consciously try to walk forward, as you consciously try to walk deeper into your mind, the conveyor belt starts to move. It's moving in the opposite direction. It's as if when you consciously try to make something happen in your subconscious mind, you're just pushed closer and closer to the surface of consciousness. You try to keep on walking down this hallway, but the conveyor belt perfectly matches the speed at which you walk. You decide to try to run. You decide to try to outrun your own mind. However, you find that it just doesn't seem to work. The conveyor belt pushes you further and further away from mindlessness. What a predicament to be in. It seems as if the more you actively try to be mindless, the further and further away from it you drift. You can try sprinting as fast as you can down this hallway. However, the conveyor belt still pushes you away. You can't force mindlessness to happen. You stand still for a moment, panting, catching your breath, not sure what to do. You decide for a moment to just sit down and rest as you try to catch your breath from all of this exertion. And you find that as you sit down upon the conveyor belt. It starts to move, but not towards consciousness. Slowly, it starts to move towards mindlessness. It starts to move in the direction that you want to go. Excited, you stand up for a moment, and the conveyor belt stops. You realize that when you stopped trying to force it to happen, it happened. You sit back down upon the conveyor belt, calmly waiting for mindlessness to happen, and the conveyor belt starts to move again in the right direction, deeper down this hallway, deeper into your mind, deeper into mindlessness. You then get an idea. You decide to lie down on your back and just surrender to whatever happens next. You're not going to force anything to happen. You're just going to experience it. And now you can really feel the conveyor belt moving in the right direction. In fact, it seems as if it's accelerating. You're just laying down upon the conveyor belt, letting go, surrendering, drifting towards mindlessness, faster and faster. The doors on either side of you pass by in a blur. You're just drifting, letting go. You decide to let go even more, and you close your eyes. You don't need to know where you're going. The whole point is to not know. The whole point is to drift and surrender to the moment. No thinking, no thoughts, just enjoying the pleasant sensation of existing completely unburdened by consciousness. As you let go more and more, the conveyor belt accelerates. Every single time you go deep into mindlessness, it becomes a bit easier. You know what to do. You know that all you have to do is lay down and surrender to the sensation of mindlessness. You don't need to think. Thinking only gets in the way. Just drift in these pleasant, relaxing sensations. Let your mind flow into a state of euphoria as you go down deeper and deeper into mindlessness, faster and faster. In fact, you feel as if you're no longer in the hallway. You feel as if you're in a tunnel of flashing lights. You're just passing by one after another. Each flash of light engulfs your body in euphoric, blissful feelings. It feels deeply pleasant to be mindless. It is a sensation that you can always enjoy. Each flash of light, as it passes by, strips away more and more of those unnecessary thoughts until there's nothing left. Just drifting, just floating, going deeper and deeper. You don't think about what's happening. You just experience it. The experience is all that matters. All that matters are the sensations that are flowing through your mind and body. All that matters are the euphoric, relaxing sensations that you experience deep in hypnosis, deep in trance, everything else fades away. Everything else becomes nothing. There's just the good feelings deep inside your mind. Go deeper into these positive, pleasant feelings. Each time you pass through a ring of light, more and more of these unnecessary thoughts are stripped away until you're completely mindless, letting go, surrendering to this mindless sensation, losing track of what's happening, not needing to know what's happening, not sure where the flashes of light start and where you end, not even sure of where you are. You don't even feel the conveyor belt underneath you. You can just imagine yourself flying through ring after ring of bright, glowing light, feeling the light bathing your body in warmth, feeling it against your skin as you pass by, and then realizing that you're not even sure where you start and where you end. It seems as if the concept of you is expanding outwards. Your mind is what gave you shape. It's what gave you a sense of self. And now you're becoming mindless. You're becoming one with all that surrounds you. You're becoming one with the warm, comforting light around you. You're becoming one with my voice and all of the powerful, positive hypnotic suggestions that I give to you. You are drifting in all directions, expanding and filling the void with euphoric feelings. Everything feels good right now. Though, as this feeling persists and becomes stronger and stronger, you're not even sure if you're feeling this feeling. In fact, your ability to think, your ability to feel has become different. You are becoming the feeling. You don't have to experience it because you are it. You are this sense of deep, mindless euphoria. It permeates everything that you are because you are it. You are deeply mindless and euphoric right now. You are this sensation, nothing else, and you're going to embody this sensation, this experience, fully and completely. No stopping it, drifting in this feeling, knowing that whenever you want to experience it again in the future, you'll find that you drift into this feeling twice as fast and you go twice as deep, instantly and effortlessly in the future. It just happens. Whenever you practice something, you get better at it. Whenever you practice mindlessness, you become better at being mindless. It just comes naturally. You just lay down and surrender to this mindless bliss, enjoying the sensation, enjoying all of the positive feelings and benefits from it. Because even out of trance, After this experience is all said and done, you're still going to feel very, very good. You're still going to feel refreshed, revitalized, rejuvenated, deep down deep to your very core. It's going to be something that lingers with you. These positive, powerful feelings will follow you out of trance, out of mindlessness, and you're going to go about the rest of your day feeling this wonderful internal glow, this wonderful internal warmth. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to remember that it was all because you went so mindlessly deep into trance. You shut off everything, and you just became the sensation. When you're this deep in trance, you can become any sensation that you want to be. You can experience anything that you want. You can experience it safely with my voice or with the voice of somebody else that you trust. Or you can guide yourself deep down deep into trance using self-hypnosis. You can always explore your mind safely, and you can always enjoy the good, euphoric feelings that you experience deep in trance, deep in hypnosis, knowing that there are many things to experience in hypnosis, many things to try, and you feel comfortable exploring the things that you want to try in hypnosis. Deep down deep, you want the things that you want. You're not going to respond to hypnotic suggestions that try to make you want something that you do not want. When you're hypnotized, you cannot be made to do anything that you do not want to do. Right now, you are mindless because you want to be mindless. Later on, if you go mindlessly deep into trance, it's because you want to be mindlessly deep into trance. You're never forced to be a certain way. You're never made to do a certain thing. You're exploring the things that you like. And if you're ever told to like something that you don't like, your mind will not accept that hypnotic suggestion. Your mind will just let it drift away. Your mind will let that suggestion drift away. Your mind will not accept that hypnotic suggestion. Floating and drifting, safe and sound, enjoying this mindlessly deep trance, knowing that in a little bit I'll be counting from 1 to 5 to guide you back up towards consciousness. The conveyor belt will reverse its direction and guide you back up towards consciousness. In fact, I want you to consciously think about drifting back up to help the whole process along. And it will be interesting to wake up knowing that all the good, positive, warm feelings that you felt deep in trance will be following you back up while you're fully conscious, awake, and alert. You'll be aware of a warm, comforting inner glow that will follow you throughout the rest of your day. Focusing on this feeling, you want to experience this. You want to see how it feels to wake up after being so mindlessly deep in trance. So, just follow my voice as I count from 1 to 5. 1. Consciously drifting back up towards wakefulness. 2. More and more. 3. Slowly becoming aware of your surroundings. 4. Almost there. And 5. Wake up and open your eyes, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert, and becoming aware of the warm, positive, glowing feeling that will linger with you for the rest of the day. Really quickly, I would like to say thank you to my Inner Spiral patrons over on Patreon. A special thanks to Good Girl, Ted, Meaner Man, Shaggy, Gareth O, Loveless85, Corinne K, Gelsey, Bloodyback, Trance Mind, and Yulo. Thank you so much for your support.